Good evening. It's wonderful to be back with you once again, isn't it, Ronnie?
Indeed it is. And in a packed programme tonight, I shall be interviewing a skin diver who works in the buffet at King's Cross, recovering the tea bag.
And I'll be talking to the part-time postman who's just been sacked. He was meant to be a full-time postman.
And then I'll be talking to the Watford couple who've decided to live together for a trial period, next Saturday night.
But first, the news. Mrs. Thatcher will not be seeing Mr. Reagan tomorrow. A Foreign Office spokesman said this is because of illness and fatigue. She's sick and tired of him.
Today's big event in the racing calendar, the Gay Lib Cup at Kempton Park, was called off during the final furlong when all the jockeys interfered with one another.
Today was the first day for the Post Office's new stamp commemorating the inventor of peanut butter. You lick it and it sticks to the roof of your mouth.
But now a sketch featuring Mr. Ronnie Corbett, a man whose idea of adventure is eating an after-8 mint at 7:30.
Actually, my wife's very worried. We've had this letter saying I'm overdrawn. I mean, I'm sure a cheque must have gone astray somewhere in the post.
Well, like I said, sir, you'll have to see the manager.
Oh, right.
The new manager.
Oh, new. Oh, yeah.
Enter. Salam alaikum.
What's happened here? This was just an office.
The offender approves?
Well,
you don't approve. 1,000 pardons. The interior decorators shall have the soles of their feet beaten. The carpet merchants shall die the death of 1,000 cuts.
No, please, don't. I like it. It's just that I've come to see about my overdraft. Where is the manager, Mr. Latimer?
Latimer. El Atima. Kismet. El Atima has been visited by the destroyer of all earthly pleasures, by the great leveler of mighty kings and humble peasants, by the spoiler of all earthly mansions.
Oh, you mean...
He is transferred to Southend branch. Hakim.
Thank you very much indeed. Tell me, who is then in charge? I mean, who is the manager?
This unworthy brigand is the present manager, Sheikh Alewa El Harabi. Totally unsuitable.
Oh, I'm sure you're absolutely excellent.
No. Hopeless. Oh. For example, this pathetic son of a dog has failed to remember the great lord's titles and descents.
The great lord?
The great lord.
Oh, the great lord. Sorry. Dyer. Victor Dyer.
El Dyer. May my stones wither and my camels miscarry. Victor Dyer, yes.
Of Laburnum Garden.
Paradise Gardens, where the fountains tinkle in the courts of the faithful. El Dyer, whose roof conversion rivals that of Harun al-Rashid himself, whose riches are as the sands of the desert.
Oh, I wouldn't go as far as that.
Whose Black and Decker attachments defy enumeration. Whose wife outshines Sheba herself.
Oh, really?
Whose camels are the fleetest in Laburnum Gardens. Whose double glazing is the most double...
Please.
Food for this prince of men.
Well,
Sheep's eyes for your delight.
Oh, no, thank you. I've had a light lunch. Thank you.
Let there be dancing.
Excuse me, isn't that Miss C.L. Walters of the position next to the window?
Yes, B.B. Walters Elbint. You admire her? She is yours.
No, I'm married.
Oh, have it to be encouraged. You will leave the bank, O moon of my desire, and you will devote yourself entirely to the pleasures of Mr. V.H.F. Dyer, whose fiery glance will quell the sight of his enemies, may their faces blacken.
No.
Whose overdraft is like the sands of the desert.
The overdraft. I wanted to talk to you about that.
It's a trifle. It does not
don't
exist.
say that. It's worrying me a lot. I think there has been a minor computer error.
The computer men shall have their software struck off.
I was wondering if, accordingly, you could let me have perhaps just a little...
Alone?
Well...
Alone? You abuse the laws of hospitality, you infidel, you dog, you son of a dog. Clothe thy face, woman. Cast him out.
No, I think...
Infidel.
Wait a minute.
Infidel.
All that over 78 quid. Well, I'm off to the Midland. They're the listening bank.
The new Arab manager there might have your ears cut off.
Oh, dear. Well, I should go to Lloyd's. Mind you, knowing my luck, that flaming horse might kick me to death. Well, it's the last I'm seeing of this shower, that's for sure.
What's that for?
That is a cheque, dear, in settlement of my overdraft. Good day. Please welcome our guest this week, Barbara Dixon.
You know, baby, I'm aware of where you go each time you leave my door. What watching you walk down the street, knowing all the other love you need. This time before you run to her, leaving me alone and her. Think it over, haven't I been good to you, baby? Haven't I been sweet to you, baby? Stop in the name of love before you break my heart. Stop in the name of love before you tear it apart. Think it over. I've known of your secluded nights. I've even seen her maybe once or twice. But is your innocent expression worth more than my love and affection? And this time before you leave my heart and rush off into her arms, think it over. Haven't I been good to you, baby? Haven't I been sweet to you, baby? Stop in the name of love before you break my heart. Stop in the name of love before you tear it apart. Think it over. I'm trying hard to be patient. I wish you'd stop this infatuation. But each time I think of you together, I see myself losing you forever. And this time before you run to her, leaving me alone and her. Think it over. Haven't I been good to you, baby? Haven't I been sweet to you, baby? Stop in the name of love before you break my heart. Stop in the name of love before you tear it apart. Think it over. Think it over. Think about it. Think about it, babe. Think about it, babe. Think about it, babe. Stop.
I say, Godfrey,
What is it, Humphrey?
my doctor has advised me to give up golf.
Oh, why? Did he examine your heart?
No, he had a look at my scorecard.
Does he play at all?
My doctor, yes. Terrible cheat. He always puts down one less stroke than he actually took. We caught him out the other day, though.
How was that?
Well, he got a hole in one and he put down naught.
I'll just give Jemima some cream, darling. Then I'll mix myself a cocktail and I'll see you on the patio. I'm just going to make some cocoa and bathe the cat Spoil, then I'm off to bed. Very thirsty then.
Any danger of another beer, Bert?
Yeah, help yourself. We're in the fridge, Deb.
Margaret, my darling.
Edward, darling. Oh, no, Edward, we can't. Not with my husband in the next room.
Right down. I shall be back. I shall return, darling. Every second out of your arms is like an eternity. That's better. She's on the boil now.
Who's on the boil?
Your wife, doing the cat's boil. Got to put a little thing on the table now. Isn't it? Oh, look at that. Look. Come right off me hand, Do you want a bit another?
No, help yourself. Makes you like that.
Darling.
Darling, I feel like a volcano waiting to erupt. I want to make mad, torrid love to you with every fibre of my being.
Later, darling. Come to my room.
Very well, but remember, I'm a wild, untamed beast. Wild animal passion. There we are. Your wife's got to put her back out tonight again, I think.
Put her back out? Doing what?
The cat. Going to put the cat out tonight again, you know, now she's finished bathing the boy all right.
I'm off up now, then.
All right, love.
Oh, by the way, Ted, I've taken them off so you won't have to fumble about.
Take off what? What? Take off what? So you won't have to fumble about what?
The rings off the other cans of beer in the kitchen.
I want to speak to my husband.
Is your Doreen?
Oh. Took her mother's prescription round this afternoon. She wanted to know how she's getting on, I expect.
Oh, yeah.
Hello, dear.
Don't you hello, dear me. I know what's going on round there. You're having an affair with Jeremy's wife, aren't you?
Yeah, that's right. I've given her the full treatment.
You disgusting little reprobate. How many wives do you need, for heaven's sake?
2-3 times a day. You know, to ease the pain a bit.
What sort of woman is she?
Sort of grabs you out the back of your legs, you know. Pull down the back.
She's got a flaming nerve.
Yes, it's sciatica.
You cheap little philanderer. I'm leaving you.
All right, bye-bye, dear. Oh, just remembered.
Where you going now?
Well, I've left my sweets in the car. Shan't be a second.
Well, see or not, that's all. Just see or not.
Edward.
Oh, Margaret.
Oh, flaming hell.
Think of it forever with this
Murder him. I'll kill him. A rotten little so-and-so.
You are wonderful, darling.
Darling, you were sensational.
Oh, spiffricate him.
I haven't forgotten our love token.
Oh, darling, you're so kind and gentle and sweet. Sweets from the sweet.
Sweets from the sweet. I'll murder the little devil. I'll kill him. I'll kill
Hey,
him.
I'll give fancy a pear dropper.
You'll have a pear drop. You're
What's
not
the matter? What do you think?
I know what you're on. Don't you come here.
One of them I'm taking my coat off, and I am staying here.
Well, come over me.
You got it all mixed up, but you see, it's a programme on the telly. It's a play, you see. Off, on, you see what I mean?
I know, yeah. I'm watching the telly and think it's happening in real life, like, you know. Oh, dear, I think I've got a bit of a terrible headache. I don't know why.
Yeah, you do that, love.
Yeah. Night, Ted.
Alone at last, Sharon. He never tumbled, did he?
We knew you and her were having a ding-dong. You rotten little swine. Let me out of here. Let me out. Let me out of here.
Securo fixed window locks. Cool. What a doddle. Doddle. No. Acme burglar off. Dear, dear. Money for old ropers. Right. Now then. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Victoria Goliath Mark III. God, dear. All me birthdays have come at once, haven't they, eh? Oh, he's left his stethoscope and all. Look at that. Lovely. Good old doctor. Right. Clunk, click, every trip. Here we go. And don't come back. Hello? No, I'm not the doctor. No, I'm. Well, I just dropped in, like, yeah. Actually, I'm a friend of Sheila's. Yeah, Sheila, with a dog and the wood behind. Yeah. Oh, you are Sheila. Oh, and you haven't got a wood behind. Oh, I'm sorry, dear. Yeah, naturally, yeah. Well, all right, I'll come clean then. I'm I'm here doing a job, yeah. Yeah, you could call me Andy, man, yeah. Who? Henry? No, he's not here, I'm afraid. Oh, all right then, have it your way. He is here, but you can't talk to him, he's gone to bed early, all right? A dog? Yeah, well, I know he's a dog, yeah. Well, that's why he can't talk to you. Stands to reason, doesn't it, eh? Be shrewd, yeah. Now, listen, dear, what I would do if I were you... Oh, what a shame. Cut off. Nothing, telecom. Yes, hello, what is it? Yes, I'm the doctor. Yes, I am. Make it quick. What do you want? Of course I don't talk posh. It's me evening off, innit? I'm not on duty. What? Pimples? Where you got these pimples, then? Oh, Dagenham. I see. Well, I think the best thing you want to take is you want to put some of this on them, yeah. Snowpake typing errors. Yeah, of course I know what it's for. Who's the naffing doctor here, you or me, eh? Yeah, no, think about it. A pimple is simply nature's typing error, innit, eh? In a sort of way. Yeah. Thank you, madam. I'm wanted on the other line. Thank you. Hello? Oh, dear. Hello. Yes, madam. What? Where's the best place for a suppository? Well, I got mine with the Abbey National myself. Yeah, hello. Oh, dear. Go on, Bennett. Right, now. Yes, hello. Yes, I'm the doctor. Yes, I'm the Pakistani doctor. Yes, I am. Yes. I know I don't talk Pakistani. That's because I was brought up by a pack of wolves in the jungle, rescued by Henry Cooper. Yes. What can I do for you? What? You want your specimen back? Are you trying to take the medicine? Oh, all right. Where did you put it then, eh? You put it in the doctor's drawers. That was a silly thing to do, wasn't it? Just a minute. I'm looking. Oh. Here we are. Did you do it in a piggy bank, did you? I don't know, do I? Keep your ear on. Listen, all right, I'll examine you on the phone. Yes, I'm the doctor. I know what I'm doing. Say R. Hang on. Now, say R again. I'm listening to you, yes. I'm listening through the stethoscope, yes. Oh, blimey. Hang on. Keep breathing, will you? Breathing, I said, not panting. Hello. Samaritans? Yeah? Oh, Doris. I've told you not to ring me when I'm working, love, haven't I? You've got a what in the oven? Well, take it out. I'm hardly started here, love. Yes, of course I love you. Yes, Doris, I'm living with you, aren't I? Of course I love you. What? So, say what? What, over the phone? Look, I'm a bit busy, love. All right? So, all right. Knickers. That's not pathetic. I'm not the heavy-breathing type, am I? I'm not used to the... Oh, hang on a minute. You still breathing there? Yeah? Keep at it, boy. Yeah, Doris, try this bloke here. Oh, Bennett. Right. Bit of peace at last. Now then. There she is. Hello? Oh, yes, you, Inspector. Yes, I thought it might be, yeah. Yes, I'll come quietly, yeah. Nice one, yeah. Yeah, what? I'm allowed one phone call? I don't think I'll bother if it's all the same to you. What? Handcuffs on the bottom shelf, right, I'll see to it. Ta-da.
I say, Humphrey.
What is it, Godfrey?
Do you know I'm Robert Redford's double?
What?
Yes, I am. I weigh exactly twice as much as he does. It's not good for the ticker, though, you know, the old ticker. Doctor told me to give up smoking at once. Well, I said that was impossible.
Why?
Well, I just filled my lighter. Good doctor, though. He gave my uncle 6 months to live, but when he told him he couldn't pay him, he gave him another 6 months to live so he could pay him.
I've got the best doctor. I mean, really. Frightfully sympathetic. Very good about my mother-in-law. I said to him, my mother-in-law is very, very unsteady on her feet.
Oh, what did he say?
Buy her a skateboard. Hello. Just looking round, eh?
Who's looking round?
No, don't mean you're looking round. You're looking very slim, as a matter of fact. No, I mean, just looking round the shop, all right?
I don't.
Who's a little pickle, then?
Who's the little... Who's a furry finger?
Excuse me, do guinea pigs usually growl?
You annoying them?
No, just saying a few words, you know. Nothing rude. I just went, who's a little pickle? He's done it again.
Yeah, well, he's a stud, you see. He wants to breed, but the female's got headaches, so leave him alone. Like as sensitive as a barn door, some people are, you know.
Oh, if you're a stud, you carry on, old boy. Don't do anything I wouldn't do. Hello? Who's a furry bunny one He hissed at me.
Listen, if you're annoying the animals, out.
No, I'm not. No, I like animals. No, I treat them as equals.
You flatter yourself, mate.
Hello? Hello? Well, we know what that is, don't we? Hello, Polly. You're a tortoise.
He knows that.
Nobody said, who's your pretty boy, then?
Well, he is a pretty boy.
Look, I know about animals, and I know that tortoises don't speak, just as I know that dogs bark. No, I mean, know that much. Oh, he likes me, does he?
Don't be too sure.
He quacked.
I told you he doesn't like you.
Well, what kind of dog is that?
An Aylesbury.
Where did you buy him?
Barking.
Don't you mean quacking?
Quacking? Where the hell's quacking?
Well, a dog's not meant to quack. I mean, a puppy dog's meant to go, you know, like that.
Not a flaming mouse with whooping cough.
I'm not an impressionist, but that is a dog. And a dog is meant to bark and growl and howl.
Who's got time to teach it all that?
Well, who teaches a dove to go coo?
Nobody.
Well, then.
They don't go coo.
They do. They coo, they do. This shop's not natural.
Listen, either order something or clear off. You're doolally, you are.
I'm doolally. This shop is doolally. Absolutely doolally. What is that egg doing in there?
What do you want it to do?
What, I mean, did that dog lay that egg?
Don't be daft. That's a China egg.
Well, why is it in there?
Well, it's to encourage a delay.
Oh, this is a lovely shop, this is. Well, if I may, I'd like to order a canary that growls, a dozen gerbils' eggs, and a goldfish that sings the national anthem backwards.
When do you want them by?
I was being sarcastic.
I'll tell you what I have got. I've got a nice goat going cheap.
I don't want a goat that goes cheap. I want a goat that goes ba. It's supposed to go ba.
You know what a bee does, do you?
Yes, I do.
Well, then be off.
I intend to, then. Oh, it's the wife, thank goodness. No sensible word I've heard all day, dear. Come on.
Oh, ignorant little creep. Belt up, Towser. Here's your cat's meat. Go on, clear off.
Thank you. Tonight, ladies and gentlemen, I have rather sad announcement to make. This will probably be the last time I shall ever sit in this chair and tell you a joke. Now, please. You're upset, I can understand. Understandable. But try and hold back the tears. There's a lady here opening a bottle of champagne. No. It had to happen. Sooner or later. At long last, I have been lured to Hollywood. Excuse me, I beg your pardon. Paramount have bought up the movie rights to my sensational autobiography, The Ronnie Corbett Story, filmed in microscope. Now, it's all very exciting, and I've just had the draft of the screenplay through. Here we are. Look, The Ronnie Corbett Story, starring Burt Lancaster as Ronnie Corbett. A challenging role, if ever there was. He'd probably end up getting an Oscar. Co-starring Ronnie Corbett as the Oscar. No, there are some very stunning scenes in this film, I'll tell you that. Scene 1 starts off. Scene 1, the workhouse. Ronnie Corbett has just been born. His thin, waif-like mother picks up the infant Corbett in her trembling hands, holds him out towards the midwife, and says, "Please, miss, can I have some more?" Scene... My mother will be very annoyed about that. Scene 2. Fagin teaches Corbett to steal jokes. I have to admit the plot has been slightly romanticised. And that is the strange thing. It's a strange thing, you know, about reading this script, a script of your life story. It brings back so many memories. You know, our first house was so damp, we held a housewarming party and it boiled away. When we got married, that is, my wife and I, naturally. It's the best way to do it, really. When we got married, well, we didn't actually, to be honest, get married. She won me in a pass the parcel. It happened. It happened. No, it happened. I can laugh about it now because, I'm more confident. But it happened at one of those big showbiz parties, very late in the evening. All the guests had got a bit merry, on Henry Cooper's knockout punch. Cabaret that night was a bit rough. A string quartet of BBC cleaning ladies playing Air and a J-cloth. And Rod Stewart doing some close harmony numbers with a dodgy starter motor. Then someone said, let's play Pass the Parcel. And before I knew it, I was being tossed around the room, and every time the music stopped, the person left holding me peeled something off. I'll never forget my wife's words as she removed the final piece of wrapping. She went, oh, look, she said, what I've always wanted, a bendy toy. She said... No, I wasn't embarrassed. No, not a bit embarrassed. Because I've always, to be honest, I've always been very proud of what, nature has given me, to be honest. Little things please little minds, I suppose. On to tonight's story. I must apologise if it doesn't seem all that funny, but it was actually told to me by the BBC's Director General. So you can't expect wit. Thursday morning, I received the royal invitation to his office. As usual, I had to wait a few minutes, outside, while they finished blow-drying the flock wallpaper. Come in, he said. Come in, he said. I've got an awfully funny story for you, sweetie. He calls me sweetie. Sweetie, he said. He calls me sweetie. He has called me that for a long time. Dates back to the first time we met, when I was sleeping rough in a bag of jelly babies. He said, I thought you could do it in your bit of nonsense this week. So, for better or worse, here it is. Apparently, this story actually happened a few weeks ago while he was over in New York for a conference. He was staying in one of those very incredibly swish skyscraper hotels, elevators with in-flight movies. And towels so fluffy and thick, you can't get them in your suitcase. And a Jehovah's Witness in every bedside cupboard. And apparently, the central heating is very exclusive. If you fancy a sudden blast of hot air, you press a button and Russell Grant comes up and reads your fortune. One night, the Director General was sitting in the lounge having a drink when he noticed a little scene between two gentlemen at the bar. Now, one of them was an Oriental person, and the other a Jewish ice cream manufacturer who worked on Sundays. Well, as the Oriental gentleman was leaning across the bar to get an olive, he accidentally knocks over the Jewish gentleman's drink and immediately gets very upset. He does. He goes, my life, he said. First Pearl Harbor, he says, now this. That's typical. That's just the sort of thing I'd expect of your people, the Oriental gentleman says. Pardon me, he says. Fortunately, he's completely lost his accent, this fellow. Otherwise, it might have been... Pardon me, he said, but I happen to be Chinese. And it was the Japanese who bombed Pearl Harbor. Chap says, Chinese, Japanese, what's in a name? And he promptly picks up a nearby soda siphon and squirts it down the Chinaman's shirt like that. That's typical, he said. That is typical. Just the sort of thing I'd expect from your people. First you sink the Titanic, now this. Jewish chap says, wait a minute, sink the Titanic? What are you talking about? That was nothing to do with the Jews. That was an iceberg. Chinaman says, iceberg, Goldberg, what's in a name?
People don't want clowns no more. We seem to be out of fashion now. We seem to have lost our dash somehow. We seem to have lost our clout. People don't think we're funny no more. Comedy seems to have passed us by. It's just moved on, don't ask us why, and left us down and out. But I remember the day when everyone loved the clown. I remember the day whenever the circus came to town. All the kids in the neighborhood ran after you down the street. Everyone's next door neighbor would bang on the wall as hard as they could. They're here, come out and give them a cheer. And the elephants holding each other's tails came lumbering through the crowd.
Ruling the cages of hell, the lions of the liberty horses trotting round, and men on the stilts and the acrobats came tumbling through the town. And behind them all, to tremendous cheer, the hero of the day appeared, the clown, the clown. Everyone loved the clown. People don't want clowns no more. The things we do don't make them laugh. Comical car that falls in half no longer stops the show.
People don't go for our gags no more. The slippery planks and the buckets of paste, it's sheer hard graft just gone to waste, and nobody wants to know.
But I remember the day when the clowns were the only thing. I remember the day whenever we entered the circus ring, a joyful sound, that magical roar would surge up from the crowd. And as each platform shook the floor and little Joey came back for more, the laughs were loud, the laughs were long and loud.
And the flour bags bursting all over the place, and the custard pies that flew, and the soda siphon full in the face, and the baggy trousers filled with glue, Jock on his square wheel bicycle, and Jimbo's gigantic ears, and the final chase round the edge of the ring, and you feel no pain, and the only thing are the cheers, you never forget the cheers. People don't want clowns no more. I tend to blame the telly myself.
That's what's put us on the shelf. That's what did us in. It's too sophisticated now. There's entertainment around the clock.
From breakfast TV to late night rock, it's one long bleeding din.
Too many of us at it now. The goodies started the rot. Now everyone's joined the gravy train. The competition's far too hot. There's little and large and Morecambe and Wise and Cannon and Ball and all. The fat one and the little one, whose names I can't recall.
Come on, Jacko. We can't sit here. There's 2 more shows tomorrow night. 2 more chances to get it right, providing family fun. Let's get moving, there's a dear. It's 12:30 and I'm soaking wet. We got to muck out the elephants yet. Or we'll never get done. Welcome to Cockahoopi Castle. I have a story to tell you, so strange that it will make your blood run cold, freeze your gizzard, and perish the rubber in your inner tubes. Before I begin, let me stoke the fire. McQueenie, put another bit of peat on the fire.
We're running out of peat. There's no much of him left. Only his right leg.
Oh, doesn't matter which part. Will it burn?
What it should do is his wooden one.
Poor old Pete. Home cremation is a tradition in these parts, and so much cheaper.
Oh, by the McDonald's are here. They've been waiting outside for 20 minutes. Poor wee things are getting off a cold.
Well, bring them in, man. Bring them in.
Oh, well. Oh, do you want ketchup or mustard in yours?
Mustard. Now go out and stop interrupting me. Whisper. Here was I. Oh, over here. The story I'm about to tell concerns the bogle of Bog Fell. Hey, don't worry. It's not all going to be in rhyme. That was by accident. Angus Bogle was a mild-mannered wee man who came to a tragic end. Finding that his wife was unfaithful to him, he cut her off with a shilling. Whereupon she cut him off with a bread knife. And he died intestate, leaving no money to anyone. And from that day onward, his ghost haunted the area around his native village of Cockahoopy. The village itself was steeped in history ever since it had been pillaged by McNenemy and his Barbican hordes, who drank all the whiskey and left it alcohol-free. Soon after he died, the Bogle's ghost began to appear to various of the villagers, always at full moon, just after closing time. One young man out with his dog was so petrified that everything stood on end. A popular young laddie after that, as he relayed to the lasses the gist of his experience.
Tell us about when everything stood on end, Jimmy.
Mrs. McMuck, the widow of poor old Mick McMuck, the sewage man, had been a bag of nerves ever since her husband died. Before that, she'd just been a bag. She would go to enormous lengths to protect herself from the Bogle. The Bogle himself was very timid and always hid himself away in his favourite hiding place, the toilet of his wee cottage. In life, ever since he was a bairn, he had always hid there when he was really frightened. And so, even now, as a ghost, when frightened by the widow, he sought retreat and safety in the toilet, which wasn't much fun for the new owners. And so, a plan was hatched to catch the Bogle of Bogfell. Residing in the village was Professor Monty McDougall, the inventor of the now world-famous McDougall's self-raising trousers for people who can't get up in the morning. His brilliant, drink-ridden brain was brought to bear upon the problem.
Now, gentlemen, I'd like to explain this rather complicated diagram we have here. The idea is this. When the Bogle rushes into the lavatory and pulls the chain, this will cause this large boulder to shoot up into the basket here. It will roll down this specially prepared ramp and crash to the floor and roll to the other end of the toilet. This will completely overbalance the whole structure, thus trapping the Bogle inside. Any questions?
Aye, what time do they open?
Any minute now. Let's go now.
So the plan was put into action. Strangely enough, it was the professor himself, returning home even drunker than usual one night, that was to be the cause of the Bogle's downfall. All the towns will be, shall be my body bright. All the towns with me. Oh. Bogle sought to take refuge in his usual place, hoping to find a relief from his fears. All night long he sat in the wee house, as it was known. But it wasn't until morning that he was relieved enough to pull the chain. What he didn't realise was that the crafty professor had moved our hero's hidey hole to a higher location. And from that day to this, the village has been known as Bog Fell. Because that's where the bog fell. One last thing I'll say to you. The tale I've told you may seem strange and almost impossible to believe. But if it's not true, may I be blown to smithereens and the various parts of my body be distributed and scattered throughout the length and breadth of Scotland, including the Trossachs. Good night to you all.
That seems to be all we have time for tonight, but before we go, a few late items of news.
Yes, there was a nasty shock today for Angus Tripp, the Salford furniture restorer, who's had several organ transplants. While testing a folding chair, he damaged his imitation walnut.
And disturbing news at a press conference this morning for soap opera star Ralston Painswick. He's being kept in the series, but killed off in real life.
Shattering news. Larry Grayson has got a girl into trouble. She was parked on a yellow line and he told the traffic warden.
In our next programme, we hope to bring you the North Thames Gas Board Dramatic Society, who will be giving an estimated reading of Hamlet.
And we'll be meeting Wendell Snug, who will be on the second night of his honeymoon. He'll be dressed in a suit of brightly coloured feathers in the hope of repeating himself parrot fashion.
Until then, it's good night from me.
And it's good night from him. Good night.
Good night.
Good night.